Right, got another little pickups video here now. Sort of, I wouldn't say retro, not modern either, sort of in between. God, look at the grey. Uh, just stuff in between really, and then I'll do a proper sort of retro and other bits after this one. First one I got went to game in Ilkeston. It was about the only one really. I mean, my local one in Derby didn't really do any sort of half price sale ones because it's shit in that one anyway. To be fair, it's in a Sports Direct, so it's sort of 40% PC gaming section. There's like the other half of it is toys and plushies and board games and Lego, and then the rest have got a tiny section for games. You know, it's ridiculous really. It's pointless calling it game really, but the Ilkeston one's still a sort of brick and mortar store on its own. So I went in there. They didn't really have much left. It's not a massive store anyway, but it's just opposite the CEX in Ilkeston as well, so it's ideal. You can just flip between the two. I always go around the charity shops and stuff anyway. But I thought I'd pick up this one. Did want to sort of give it a go back in the day, but obviously stuff like this, it tends to be pretty pricey most of the time. It never really drops. So I say 50% off, or was it like £11.50 or £11.49 or something? That would do me. Give it a go. If I don't like it, I could probably sell it and get most of my money back, if not make a little bit on it. Then wanted to pick up this one. This one was I took a trip to Long Eaton. It was either Long Eaton or Arnold, one of the two. I always do loops round, go into the place, go around all the charity shops, see if I can pick up anything there that's good, and then nip into the CX, see what they've got that's different to Derby, because otherwise I'm going in Derby all the time, and most of their sort of decent games, or especially like the retro and that, they tend to keep it hidden. So unless you've checked on the system, you don't know it's there. You know, you just got to hope that it's easily seen, but it's not, especially if there's a queue. I think most of it's either under the counter or behind it. So unless you ask for it, there's no way of knowing, which is odd. I find it odd that they do that, but you know, maybe one day I'll become the manager there and we can actually turn it into a decent store. Nobody knows. But Pain, I remember this being, I think, relatively cheap back in the day. But I think it's one of those ones that's just going to keep going up in value. So there's a couple I want to sort of pick up now. Censor that bit. Yeah, may as well get them now before they skyrocket up. Then also got, this was a while back. I think this one might have been from Long Eaton as well. Remember playing this back in the day, Ape Escape, and again there's only 22 quid. I usually just get these with vouchers whenever I've got them burning a hole in my pocket, because with these I'd rather get them in store than actually order them online and they're not being good condition. You have to send them back, and because I don't know whether they make a note on your file of, if you keep returning stuff, I think they note it down so they know that you're sort of a prolific returner, and whether that goes against you for anything, I'm not sure, but yeah, this was quite cool back in the day. So just want to get the ones really that I used to play back in the day. Fun little games. Another one, got this one, I went to Revival. I've got the second one. I was always confused before. Every time I went out, so I was like, I can't remember whether I've got the first or the second, and it was always it's the second one I had. So I wanted the first one. So it was only 15 quid. It's the Pandemonium games. Because I think originally, I played it on the Saturn, not on the PlayStation 1. But I'd rather get it on there just because the cases are nice, and trying to find some of the Saturn ones, you know, you'd be paying through the nose if you want something that's a bit better quality. And then last couple of bits here, these are all PS2 games. Again, just whenever I pop round a CEX, or if I go in a charity shop and happen to see something that I don't really see often, you see all the crickets, the FIFAs, some of the Call of Duties and stuff like that. Yeah, picked up this one, Vampire Knight, light gun game. So I've got the Namco gun, the G-Con gun, but I've also got, can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like the Assassin something or other. So it's basically it's a gun that worked on the PS, does like PS1 and Saturn, but it's got a bit of recoil on it. So I think it'll also work on the PS2. So I'll see if it works on this. But yeah, again, just something you know when you don't want to play something too taxing, too long, like an RPG, slap on one of these, get it played. Especially I want to join in all these gameplay ones, but half of the ones that have been picked I haven't actually got. But yeah, I definitely want to play more. You might be able to tell I've had a little bit of a rejig in my room. I am partly doing a video on that, but it's just finding the time to get it done, get it out. But yeah, I'll do a proper tour later on. But been redoing my room, got it sort of better than it was before, to a point where I really want to come up here and spend a bit of time, just while away the hours. Next one was GTR Touring, so it's a sign of quality there, the Midas one. Never really seen this whip before. I think it was in a charity shop, probably like a 50p or a quid or something, but yeah, it's just one you don't see often, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. If it's crap, I can either trade it in if it's worth it, or if not. And then same with this one, Madagascar. Again, don't really see it that often, and it was in half decent condition and complete as well. So yeah, that's all those ones, guys, and then I'll do a more retro one later. Cheers.